If you're the type of person like me who couldn't be arsed to learn Notion formulas, then you'll be super happy that Notion AI can now write them for you. And I want to show you how it works in this video. So never, I was never in the mood to learn the Notion formulas and how to write like super complex ones because it's like it takes ages. You really need to understand the syntax. You need to, know how to come up with something like this and write it all out manually, or try to work with ChatGPT, but then ChatGPT hallucinates and the formula doesn't work. So it was always like a bit of a mess to try to write these and try to fix them. And mostly I just gave up and I didn't use them. So now Notion AI is coming to the rescue. Notion AI is amazing. You can just basically let Notion AI now know what you wanted to write and it will what you wanted to create for you, and it will do it. Literally. You just explain what you need it to do and it will do it. It will create the formula for you, and it can be super complex, super, super complex. So I want to show you how it works, and I want to show you from kind of an easy example to like more challenging, harder examples. And the use cases are all going to be marketing related. So if you're a marketer, stick around. If you're interested in marketing, stick around. But the first demo I want to show you is, or first example, is a simple character counter. So let's say you're writing copy for Twitter or X, Twitter, now X, and you want to see if the copy is exceeding character limits because you want to pre-write 100 tweets or X posts at once. And you can use that for anything, but let's say we are writing copy for X. This is the formula that you would need for that, right? Format, length, property, copy. This is the first column. It should be less than 280. And then if it exceeds 280, then show this symbol. If it doesn't exceed 280, show the check mark, right? So let's say this is 17 characters out of 280. Let's try to write something new. Let's say I write another post, and now it is 255. 323 out of 280. Now it has this thing. And how it works is you would ask in plain English. So let me remove, this is a formula that was written by Notion AI, but I want to show you how it does it. So let me delete this property and I will add a new formula property. Count, so let's name it count, and then select formula. And now here I will ask Notion AI, I want to see a live character count for my post and get a warning if it goes over 280 characters so I can trim before publishing. So let's say this is I just described what I want, right? You just describe what you want in your own words, and now it's going to create a formula. So let's say it looks like this now. Oh, it even added like red. It basically marks it red whenever you are over limit. So it's a bit different approach to the first example that we had, which is this one. The formula looks like this. A bit complicated. Basically it changes the text either to the remaining or over limit. Let's ask it. We can ask a follow-up here. Fix, explain, repair formula. I'm gonna ask it to use, can you use these symbols? Let's see what it does now. It's super fun to play around with it. Imagine writing this formula. I would not have enjoyed myself. So I'm very happy this exists now. This is a new formula. Now it adds, this is good, this is within the limit, this is over limit. I'm happy with this. I like the solution. I mean, there are different ways to solve this, so this is great. The first example is done. Let's go to the next example, SEO title length flagging. So again, you would just create a new formula property and you would tell it, create a give me feedback if my page or blog post title is too long or too short for SEO previews. The title length should be 60 maximum, or at least 60. From 60 it would be too long, and before 50 it is too short. So anything in between is great. So it will just create this formula, which is here, too short, too long, blog post title, this is too short, this is good, and this is too long. Super simple. Still, I wouldn't want to write this formula myself, so I'm very happy that Notion AI took care of that. Third example, very fun one, UTM link builder. Just imagine for a second writing this formula manually. It would take me definitely an hour, half an hour, I don't know. And also to fix it later would have taken me much longer. But now, Notion AI can handle it. Basically, you can ask it, generate consistent trackable campaign links based on other properties in my properties in the form, right? And it would do it. And now the final URL, it just writes it itself, right? So there are different columns like base URL, which is the website that you want to link to, campaign, content, medium, source, term, which you can all, create as properties, and the name of your UTM link. And then the final URL is a formula. So this is a formula that I wrote, right? I just asked it here, write a formula to track the UTM, to write the final UTM link. And it referred to these properties, and now I can just copy this and I'm done. And if I change something here, it changes it here. So that's how it works. This is another example, UTM link builder. It's amazing. And last use case I want to show you is if you have a CRM tracking, for example, your influencers. So you have a database with your influencers, and you have a second database with engagement. So with the videos that those influencers have created, and every video is an entry. Let's imagine that use case. And you want to see at a glance for each video engagement of this influencer, you want to see if the invoice has been paid, what the agreed rate was, what is the status, how much maybe you've spent in total on this influencer. You can do that also, and you can create a very nice formula that summarizes all of the properties you need to refer to in one property, so in one formula property. So the full formula for that will look like this, and I will show you in a second what the actual output looks like. So this is the formula, it's super complex, referring to two databases and then summarizing the information like, start of contract, date, agreed rate, currency, status of the project, cancelled, in progress, etc. And what it looks like in reality is that, okay, let's say Grant is our influencer. We have this influencer page with channels he posts on, his phone number, his email, his city, let's say it's Berlin, let's say the country is Germany, region, influencer, and then we have this view for engagements or campaigns, I guess, or videos that he has done. So let's say he has recorded a video, UGC video for us, and I want to see the campaign summary. So I want to see, for this UGC video, did we pay him? How much are we spending on this guy? And what should he deliver? And is there a timeline? Like, are there any deadlines that we've set? And instead of, if I go inside, instead of checking all of this, which is very, intimidating, especially if you're the manager and you don't want to see, start and end date, and I don't know, you want to just see at a glance, have we paid this person? What are the deadlines? You just want to see it at a glance, right? You don't want to see this, because this is a lot of information. So instead of looking at this, I created a formula property called campaign summary and asked Notion AI, can you please summarize what this campaign is about, like the status, if we paid or not, what the formatting, what the dates are, what the currency is, what the rates are, and it did it. And now I have this to look at instead of this, which is crazy. And now whenever I add a new video, let's say video 2, right, there is this campaign summary and it says planned, timeline, dates not set, rate not set, and I can just add it here, start date, end date, budget, agreed rate, let's say 500, currency, invoice date, invoice link, next touch point, status, let's say active, and then the status changes to in progress, right? Deliverables, real. And this summary pre-populates automatically, and you have this amazing summary for every single one of your influencer videos. So that is another amazing way to use Notion AI formulas. And to write this formula, I would need to be an extreme expert, I think, in formula formatting and coding, and who has time for that? Now Notion AI can handle it, so I'm very, very happy about this development. And I encourage you to try it out, writing your own formulas in your Notion databases. Just see, you want a summary of something, of the performance of posts, or you want to calculate something like your KPIs. You can do all of that. You can just ask it, and you can play around with it. So yeah, happy playing around with Notion AI. I'm sure you'll love it. Bye.